What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome back for another episode of Oddsparks. Put up a poll a little bit ago asking whether or not you guys would be interested in seeing 4K staggered releases or 1080p daily releases for things like Oddsparks and whatnot. And so far, most people have been saying that they want the 1080p staggered releases. So that is what we're going to go ahead and do. I wanted, by the way, to put down another spark thrower. I think I'm going to flank it on this side, though. So let's go ahead and move this ever so slightly. And then we're going to go ahead and put down... hang on. Take those out of there. Stop that. Yeah, one's fine there. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to put some slashy sparks in this guy, and that'll help with the collection, because we are going to see a surplus here. So, we'll go ahead and throw those guys in there, and that should help. I could do this with crashy sparks, and, you know, we could test that real quick, see which is better for collection. The crafty sparks or the slashy sparks. Crafty sparks are going to do damage as they impact. So, that could help a little bit. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, you want to see the one time I'm going to use this this thing? Here you go. I never use this this little thing here. The copy move. Yeah, I suppose it's good as far as the, you know, that one little area is concerned. Alright, anyway, let's extend this, and I think that'll help. Okay, so how are we looking on these guys? Full already. Okay, cool. Lovely. That was actually... maybe not quicker than I thought it was going to happen, but quick. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, so, Botany. Apparently, Botany sucks. So let's take a look at this little building here and see what the heck we got going on with it, huh? Okay. So, what have we got for recipes? We've only got leafy growths for now. So this is going to take leaves and fertilizer. Okay. Optimal temperature 3. So you'd want that to be hotter, actually. Interesting. So if we wanted to do this most optimally, we would want to do it near trees. I do have a group of trees over here that we can pull from pretty easily. What kind of ratios are we looking at here? Okay, so 2.8 a minute it's going to use, which is going to give 10%. I assume you need to get up to 100%. And then... okay, so that's 2.8 every minute for 10%. So that's going to be... what would that be? I mean, you'd want 10 times this, right? So it'd be 28 a minute. 28 a minute times 4... yeah, whatever, I don't know. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's go ahead and head south and do the thing. So we're gonna head over here. That'll be fine. Okay. Then once we start getting, you know, leaf knots and stuff like that, we'll be able to you know, start doing other things and stuff. It'll be fine. Okay, let's head over here. Yes, I did just teleport this whole way just so I could teleport over to this way, leapfrog style. Don't tell me how to live my life. You're not my real dad, so on and so forth. Alright. Gimme a ladder. Thank you. Alright. Let's get another ladder. Okay. And each of these trees is going to do 90 a minute. It's 270. Is that going to be enough for what I've got going on? I have no idea. Okay, I don't have any bombers. What a silly little sausage I am. Okay, right. Let's do this the hard way then. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing very well. Excited to jump back into this game, as you would expect. And let's get another one over here. All along that way. Should probably take a look and see what other things we can unlock as far as cosmetics are concerned. I haven't looked at it in a little while. This random crap I've got. Okay. So, you can go here. I'll swap all their recipes in a second. I'm never going to remember to swap the recipes before I place down buildings. You're just going to have to get used to that. It's been almost 50 episodes. You should know this by now. Okay, right. Let's double check something first. What did you need? Also, what would you say you do around here? You need more leaves than you need fertilizer, but either way, we're still going to have to convert it to fertilizer, so we could probably get away with having one of our trees do leaves, and the rest could do something else, I'm thinking. Either way. Oh, it was pointed out before that it doesn't delete the items when you swap the recipe. It goes straight to your inventory. So, I'm a big dumb idiot. Okay, get rid of all that. And I guess I don't need to hold on to all this stellar ice. We've got plenty of it. Okay. Let's move this. How many do we want to get going here? Let's go with, I don't know, 4? Excuse me, sir? You're in the way? I'm gonna have to murder you? Because, you know, I don't want you to be here. How about that? Okay. You could stop that. As I stated before, sucks to suck, nerd. Okay. Alright, let's do... Excuse me. Let's do 4 there. Okay, only recipe they can do, obviously. So, you're going to need a lot of leaves. We're going to need a decent amount of cutters as well. So that's 2.5 a minute for 2. And this requires, what was it? 2 point something? 2.8. So we're going to need at least 1 cutter per greenhouse. Yes? Yes. And that's for, like, not even an optimal amount. But, sure. Why not? Now we gotta get the necessary things. I'm gonna need more crafters. Because I don't even have enough for all these guys. Which means we're going back here. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a couple of them. I'm okay on everything else for now. I have one rocky spark, not a lot. Here, let's turn that on. Yeah, we're good on that. Okay. Let's head on back. Most of my audience is old enough to remember head on, right? Apply directly to forehead. I know a few of my audience is definitely old enough to remember that. But it's one of those old school memes right there. One of those old school memes. Alright. Right. Now, how dumb do I want to be with my pathing on this? Probably pretty dumb, so let's do it. Okay, this is going to go straight across, straight across, straight across. And then, first off, let's just do this. Those on there. I might want to double up this track actually and have 2 hauling sparks on here, but for now that's probably fine. And seeing as we don't really have a great need for massive amounts of throughput on this, we're okay with hauling sparks on this. Okay, so that should be taken care of. We might need more leaves. I don't think that this one hauler is going to be able to do it. But for now, let's see here. I want this to be here, here. I guess that last one doesn't really matter, but if you don't have any items, I don't want you to come all the way through this way. So it should, yeah, make it so that the second you drop everything off, we won't have to worry about you wasting time. Okay. So that's good. Let's see here. You know what? Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. And we'll put 2 on there. Sure, why not? Okay, from here, you're going to take a big crate, and you're going to throw them in there. Now we can take our other thing here. Okay. This is going to come across here. Like so. Actually, we can go 1 less there. Okay. Same thing. We can do this. Actually, you know what? Let's shift these paths slightly. I don't think this is going to be enough throughput, but we'll see. So I'll drop off at the last one first. Make his way through. I could set it up so that he can't go through here if he's got... or make it so that he can only go through if he's holding leaves. Which would help if I actually had some leaves. So right now, these two are getting leaves. This one is getting leaves. This one is not getting leaves. So we will have to increase the throughput ever so slightly. Mostly because the cutters do actually they do actually produce at a pretty quick rate. They make a nice little sound. The other thing I could do is I could figure out exactly how many we're producing here, and then, you know, get the right amount of cutters set up for this. Because I could probably produce enough fertilizer from, well, it looks like, you know, a lot less. So yeah, this last one isn't even getting the necessary amount. I could do some super convoluted thing to make it so that, you know, these cutters would turn off when their capacity is full, so that way they would guarantee actually producing. But I don't think I really want to do that right now, to be honest. I think it would just be easier for me to set up a double wide path. I mean, although eventually it does get down there. Not many, but eventually it does. Yeah, I think setting up two of these guys would be an easier solution to this. Alright, now, do I have the necessary spacing to get this done? Great question. Guess I don't need it to extend down that far. I could save them one tile's worth of walking. Oops. Ah, of course not. Okay. Well, that's not going to work then. We can do it this way. It's going to be really, really ugly, but we can do it. Okay, we'll just take a crate and... Is that going to work? How does that work? But I can't do a path. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do this as per usual. Make a one tile wide path. And there you go. Your job is picking up leaves and putting inside this box, and that is it. Congratulations. Alright, now then, next problem is I should probably take the leaves that we're producing and move some of them over to fertilizer production, because I don't think our fertilizer production is going to keep up as far as the leaves we're outputting. So, yeah. So right now we're pulling 40 at a time. Now, if I really wanted to save a little bit more time, here, give me these guys back. I'll put them on the other side of the track. That way they'll drop everything off and have a faster return trip. Minor efficiencies! Let's go. Alright, there you go. Right, so how would I want to split this off? Well, we could move this over slightly. We could take a another one. We could actually use just a crate, I think. I don't necessarily need to have it be that. And yeah, I don't think so. Is this gonna work? Will that work? I don't know, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it'll just pull from whichever one he can at any given moment. That's fine. Okay, we'll set this up to be a 20. And how do I want to make it so that they don't necessarily prioritize this crate? I mean, is it really that big a deal? I don't know. Okay, is everything producing? Yes, everything is producing. You're full. You're not. Actually, the first one is not full, but full enough. Okay, so that takes that long to fill up 10%, and then that 10% then applies to the total growth. Okay. And then, I mean, it's at this temperature. I mean, it's not that bad. I guess when the real problem comes in when you really want to upscale all this, which, yeah, that's going to take a minute. Leaves actually aren't that big a deal right now. Okay, so further optimizing, we can make it so that there's a 0 here. Actually, let's move this down to 1. I've had some issues with these types of things set up so close to each other. Stuff like that can be a problem sometimes. But, yeah, okay. I think that's kind of working. These guys are full. Okay. So this tree is actually keeping up with this. So I didn't necessarily need to branch off here this way. But that's fine, I guess. Okay, so as far as 4 of these are concerned, good to go. Let's just shove all these into a supply crate, and yeah. It should be I'm not producing a lot of these, but whatever. Max efficiency is not really my thing anyway. Although we will need 800 of them. But, yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay. I think for now this is fine. It's a little messy, but it's okay. That's fine. Right. Cool. Greenhouse is done. Let's see. What would I like to do now that that's done? I'm still going to need more ingots. That's for certain. I could set up a warp point over here. That would probably be a good idea, actually. You know what? Yeah, let's set up a warp point over there. Oh, I should turn in that ether crystal, too. Now that I'm thinking about it. I have been waiting for one of those for a little while now. And there's machine range 7. Drilly spark shrines and handy spark shrines. Okay, waypoint 6. Spark loadout. We need a flower and a refined ether. Handy spark, drilly spark, geode cluster, waypoint range, health upgrade. Okay, so the next one we can do is obviously the leaf knot. We've got enough to do that right now, actually. We don't have any buildings that require leaf knots, do we? No. A little bit of a shame. If there was, I could have just gotten one real quick, but whatever. Nope. Anything else to buy here? No. Okay. So I guess the next big project we've got going on is leaf knots, copper ingots, and ether seeds. Which, the seeds... Where do I get the seeds from? Great question. That's not going to be from the coral. I don't even think I've seen that yet. I guess that would be considered botanical items? In which case, I would need to go down for Botany 2 and continue along that. So I guess we could do that. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. Okay. Anyway. Let's see how many we've got. Yeah, I guess the closest would be the charcoal teleporter. Should probably move this sign slightly, just to make it a little bit easier to get to the teleporter. Okie dokie. All 4 buildings are running. Some faster than others. Although they are all pretty well stocked up, so not too bad. How are we looking on these? 40. Need more. Need more! At least they make 10 at a time. That's pretty good. Thank you, autosave. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait for another cycle for that to get done. Okay, well, is what it is. Let's head over to our ingots and, I don't know, go see what's going on over there. This is, of course, doing just fine. I could probably get rid of this whole thing and just put in a simple loop. As it is, there's no real point for it to be this convoluted. How's this train doing, by the way? Is it stuck at one of these stations? Yeah. How are we looking? Ah, you need to offload the wood, huh? That's strange. Why are you having trouble offloading the wood? Oh, it's probably because the production got full over here. So, although I could have sworn I had a way to do a relief on that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And how is this line going? It looks backed up. But that's probably for the best. Yeah. We produced these pretty quickly. Oh, look at these guys. Alright, let's set something up for better logic then. Because right now they are very confused. Alright, so you're full of wood. That's fine, I guess. Let's set up... do we want a supply chest for frozen wood? Maybe. You know what? Maybe we do want a supply chest for frozen wood. Now that I'm thinking about it. Should set up supply chests for all these things, so yeah, okay. That's fine. And then if you do happen to have things on your return trip, although actually I'll need to change how this works. Okay. So what's the best way to set this up for the return trip to get rid of stuff? Lots of leaves, actually. Okay. Let's change how this is going to work. It's not, strictly speaking, entirely necessary, but I feel like it. Pretty sure the way this is going to work is it'll bypass this path on the left, and it'll only go this way on the return trip. So that'll be fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. How much do you give? 4. Not terrible. Alright. Yeah, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Now, I could set up a big, complicated logic thing for the Lomi spark thrower. Missing out on fertilizer, obviously, because we haven't been delivering this. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. So you can come here. You can do this. We'll need a capacity sensor. We'll set up a capacity sensor on both of these, I think. Okay. These are going to be set up for percent. Send a signal if less than or equal to 100%. We can set up, what do we need here? We'll need an AND gate. I think we'll need a NOT gate. We might need a NOT gate. Can't remember. We'll see. Okay, so if this is sending a signal that these two are full, then it will send a signal to the AND gate, which will send it to the NOT gate, which will deactivate the Lomi spark thrower. The only problem with this is it's not hooked up to limit the amount of Lomi sparks thrown, which I would prefer. Could set it up on a buffer. You will send a signal for, let's say, 3 seconds for now. We'll have to get the timing down a little bit better. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Should be fine. So if I take stack out of here... Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Equal to or greater than. Right. Yeah. Actually, the NOT gate is not not necessary. Hang on. Oh yeah, less than's right, yeah. Okay, so that's sending a signal because they are equal to 100%. So if these are above 90%, they will then send a signal to this, which right? No, because that's just activating it. Man, you know, you'd think with the amount of time I've spent on the logic in this game that I would have figured out this stuff already, but sometimes it's still a struggle. Anyway, okay, so these guys, if this is full, I mean, I could set it up for absolute, like if it detects 80. Not that that's really going to be that big a deal as far as differences are concerned, but absolute, not 2,000. That's too much. Okay, so right now it's full, so they're sending signals. Less than or equal to 80. Equal to or greater than. So if it dips below 80, it should stop sending a signal, right? Yes, okay, that's what I want. So if it's full, then I want it to send a signal to this, which, okay, now it's doing the right thing as far as sending the signal. So if both of these are full, then I want it to not send a signal to launch the Lomi Sparks. Okay. There we go. I think that's good. Yeah. Okay. Man, that's fun. Okay, anyway, yeah. So let's go ahead and head over here, and we'll do that for the next episode where we set up the warp point over by our ingots and whatnot. I could set one up here, just you know, real quick, right? Don't I have one of those things? Could have sworn I had a warp gate for a single thing. Oh, yeah, here it is. Jeez, a small waypoint. There we go. Okay. There we go. We can set this up for the ice as far as our little signal thing is concerned. And I've got wood on me, but not much else as far as stuff to burn. Here you go, little guy. This is your life now. I'm so sorry. Okay, so signal receiver. This can go here. Oops, not that. Can take that. There you go. And does this stuff burn? No, it doesn't. doesn't. Of course not. It's frozen, you idiot. Of course it doesn't burn. Big dumb idiot. Alright, well, as far as burnable stuff is concerned, I mean, I've got some of these. Not like I need it to be active that long. Alright, whatever. We can always replace that later. Right, so let's go set up this waypoint, and that will do it for the episode. I'm running out of room over here for my little waypoint things. Let's go for, I don't know, here? Sure. Why not? Alright. That should be good to go. Yeah, it's active now. We'll just have to remember to put some more wood and stuff in there. Here, let's just grab a stack of these and throw those in there real quick. I mean, regular wood is fine for this, but this will last just a smidge longer. Okay, right. That's going to do it for that episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. I will see you all in the next episode. I don't know exactly what we're going to get up to in the next episode, but probably Botany too. But anyway, you all take care. Bye-bye.